We are live at Jubilee Chalet, Ekpe, Lagos State, for the annual general meeting of the Association of Advertising Agency in Nigeria. The AAN is the only body of the advertising agency which seeks to improve the welfare of its members through dialogue with government and critical decision makers. Present to host today's occasion is Mr. Tunde Tani, the facilitator of the Tunde Olajujoye Old People Care Home and the president of the Ivory Club. A core blog is right here to take you through this event as it unfolds, and I am Chika Egu. Just stay with us.
Members of the Association of Advertising Agencies in Nigeria were in attendance at the set venue for their annual meeting themed New World Order, Technology as a Game Changer. This year's theme was born out of the willingness to find better means for advertising to be made easy and more profitable, and for members to stay relevant as digital technology advances in advertising. Present at this year's meeting were government representatives, members of the association, as well as guest speakers who were present to share one or two things about the new age technology with all participants. The program started with the opening speech by the president of the association, Mr. Steve Babaiku, who gave an introductory speech to the theme of the meeting. In his speech, he welcomed all government officials, guest speakers, as well as all members to the meeting.
I'm very delighted to welcome you all to the 49th Annual General Meeting of our great association. In spite of the myriad of challenges ranging from macroeconomic downturn, high inflation, and insecurity that have negatively impacted businesses, our registered attendance rate for this AGM is about 20% higher than last year, so we're not.
He gave a brief review of all that the association had been able to achieve so far in the course of his tenure as president of the association, but not leaving out the fact that there is a need for more growth, which is in the good interest of the members of the association.
We wanted diversity, equity, and inclusion, especially closing the gender gap for women in the leadership cadre. I think the representative of women in the executive board went up by about 10%, if I'm correct. So you can say check, promise kept. We wanted the renovation of the secretariat, and from all of the images and optics you see of the areas of interest in the secretariat, you can also say check, promise kept. We wanted to get the advertising academy off the ground with what we've done in partnership with the Henry Business School. Definitely a big check, promise kept. In terms of diversity, we partnered with the global association called the Stereotype Alliance, set up by the UN Women to fight against harmful gender stereotypes.
He urged all members to vote for the right candidate in the upcoming election.
As we start the countdown to our 50th anniversary, which will be happening in 2023, let us also remember the significance of 2023 at the national level. Let's all get our PVCs and not just vote, but ensure that our votes are counted.
Mr. Steve concluded his speech by opening the floor for other speakers to address different aspects related to the theme of the program. Honorable Adeshagun Ogundeji, who represented the Lagos State Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu, welcomed all members, speakers, and the participants to the program.
The chairman of the 49th AGM Congress, Mr. Lolu Akinwumi, the chairman of the local government, Princess Sura Olayemi Ademashawa, as represented by her team, Chairman of the Board of Trustees, Sir Steve Omoyafo, and members of the Board of Directors, speakers and panelists, distinguished members of AAAN, gentlemen of the press, mass communication students of the Lagos State University here present, distinguished ladies and gentlemen.
He expressed his joy to have the opportunity to be the host governor for the 49th Annual General Meeting.
On behalf of the government and good people of Lagos State, it is my pleasure to be here with you as the host governor. When I said host governor is Mr. Wajide Regional Sawolu, Mr. Governor that is speaking, not me. As the host governor of the 49th Annual General Meeting / Congress of the Association of Advertising Agencies of Nigeria.
Further in his speech, he spoke about advertising as a very old way of disseminating information to individuals around the country and the world at large. He further stated that the advent of social media and other digital technologies has created a means for advertising to be a big industry in Nigeria.
Advertising in Nigeria has grown from the earliest beginning of using town criers to announce availability of goods and services, and evolved to that of billboards, newspapers, magazines, and just jingles on TV, radio, to become a big industry in Nigeria.
He spoke about the usefulness of advertising to the development of the economy as it helps businesses thrive better.
The economy of the nation, because it serves as a source of information about goods and services, and also persuades consumers to patronize the advertised goods and services.
Not leaving out the need for more work to be done. Honorable Adeshegun talked about the works the government is putting into place to make sure that internet connectivity is made better and steps to making the dissemination of information better and much easier.
The advent of the internet and the social media gave us a new world order that has created an easier way to bring wider range of goods and services from beyond our borders to a wider range of audiences and transformed the advertising landscape to what it is today.
Mr. Lulu Akinwumi, who is the CEO of Prima Garnet Africa, congratulated all members on the development of the association. He also commended them for an increase in attendance compared to the previous years.
Within the global economy, it's been extremely challenging. We all know, we are all players in it. And especially for marketing communication organizations, it's been particularly so. And the fact that we can gather here, and I hear that the attendance this year is even higher than last year's event, then we really need to congratulate ourselves and also thank God.
He spoke about the challenges the advertising agencies face in its activities, both globally and locally, especially the issues with servicing debts and creating a more conducive atmosphere for business management.
I think the country made about 1.8, 1.9 trillion, but for the first time we spent more money servicing our debts, giving us a deficit of 340 billion. It is the easiest way to get to where Sri Lanka is. And so it's a situation that is so cloudy, even the government doesn't want to talk about it. Yes, you can still borrow so that our clients can produce, so that we can be in business and all that. But borrowing will not solve our problem. There are problems that are fundamental, and I'm hoping that our business session, not here, business session will be able to talk about them, what is going to happen. The skills are there, people here are intelligent, they've been trained, you know so much, but does the operating environment give us the leeway to practice and make a decent profits and gain as we talk about this? I'm hoping that there are opportunities to discuss all of those tomorrow.
Mr. Lulu concluded his speech by encouraging members to keep up the good work and stay positive.
Having said that, I'd like to congratulate each and every one of us again. We've come a long way. We've done so many things. We are not giving up. We trust in this economy. We have faith in this economy. We keep investing in it, in the little that is available to us. And I'm hoping that we leave this place at the end of this session fully empowered and assured and more hopeful that the country will still have a lot to offer each and every one of us.
Mr. Olu Akomu, who is the chairman and co-CEO of OPay Nigeria, spoke about how much the new world technology is affecting advertising positively, especially with the use of digital technology.
A lot of things can even be done on the mobile phone. So today, we see what players like OPay have done with agency banking, going to where banks can go to, bringing a large portion of the population that were excluded into financial services. We see, for example, a company like Paystack. Before, if you want to do business online, you have to be a large corporation. Companies like Paystack, for example, created a business that served a lot of the excluded SMEs in Nigeria who can now have their own online gateway payment technology. We used to be the exclusive preserve of the Dangote of this world, of the universe of this world. A role of SMEs, two players like OPay, two players like Paystack, can now do online payment collections and radically changes the nature of their business.
Mr. Niyi Yusuf addressed the challenges members of the association might be facing as a result of the technology advancement and addressed some possible ways to which they can make the situation better, which included promoting digital technology in their organization in order to remain relevant in the advertising industry.
The impact of technology beyond, to my mind, affects the entire value chain, from the way you craft the message, the way the message is communicated, the way the message is distributed, the way the message is consumed. All of those have been impacted in one form or the other by technology. But technology also does more than that. It affects the way you interact with the client, the way you interact with your other stakeholders, and of course, the way you enable your own workforce, your own people inside the organization, the way you enable them to be able to work. Technology affects that. And the way you interact with your clients, technology also affects that. So it's not really just about the act of communication, but technology affects the way you run the organization, manage your people, manage your finance, and interact with your clients. And today, like you know, television, radio, print media are no longer the best way to reach the masses. Now it's social media, whether it's Facebook or it's TikTok or it's whatever. Technology platforms now provide a way to reach the masses and to reach them in a more efficient and I'll say effective manner.
Some other speakers addressed the same issue of technology and how best it can help members of the organization.
Disruption can affect your business. So the 4 steps may be: 1, you need to make a shift to your business model. You need to shape a whole new business. You can sustain your business and restore your operations. You can restructure your company or your industry. So these are 4, again, like I said, not exhaustive, but these are 4 possible ways in which we can move forward in the midst of all of these changes that is happening around us.
A talk show was organized to answer questions and tackle issues members might be facing in their organization as a result of the technological advancement in advertising.
Budgets and fees will not be the traditional channel, because I don't know that you can shoot, I don't know the equipment that you can use to shoot a TVC for 6 million that you'll be able to put it on television, right? But maybe definitely for social content and all of that. So I think that we need to think about technology as an enabler that it is, but how it will suit our business as we are currently doing it.
Mr. Niyi Yusuf was presenting his paper, and I'm getting a bit confused. This man is listing companies, top companies, and he's saying these are the companies that are making money from advertising. But I think he might be listing the names of advertising platforms more than this, listing the names of actual advertising companies. You see, the thing about technology and where it's taking us is that sometimes we get a bit confused. You know, Noah's Ark Holdings produces advertising.
The annual meeting didn't end, as the lecture had many more activities which were put in place to mark the anniversary, which included the swearing in of new executives and the gala night. Present at the gala night was Oba Dr. Olufolarin Kayode Ogunsanwo, the Alara of Ilara Kingdom, as the special guest of honor and chairman of the occasion. The event started with cultural presentation in honor of Oba Ogunsanwo and also some other entertaining sights to behold. All executives voted into power to manage the association were all called out for the swearing-in ceremony. They were all led to perform the swearing-in rites.
You are Christian or Muslim, no problem. Nigerian and the MD CEO or director of whichever company pledged to the Association of Advertising Agencies of Nigeria, Jubilee, to be one, honest, truthful, and maintain a high level of discipline in the discharge of my duties as an executive board member of the association. 2. Avail the association of my time, counsel, and other resources as and when necessary towards uplifting the association in particular and the industry in general. 3. Promote the adherence to the code and ethics of the advertising profession as laid down by the association. 4. Encourage the establishment and maintenance of a high standard of professional conduct, honor, and character among members of the association. 5. Uphold the integrity and dignity of the advertising profession and promote good relationship among members for the progress and existence of the Association of Advertising Agencies of Nigeria, AAAN. So help me.
In his speech, Oba Ogunsanwo congratulated all members of the association and appreciated the president for his efforts. He expressed joy to be present at this year's meeting.
President of the Association of Advertising Agencies of Nigeria, Mr. Steve Abayeko, the Vice President, Mr. David Alumonu, and all the executives that will lead the association to the whole Jubilee year. I congratulate all of you. I also congratulate the immediate past president for a successful tenure. I'm made to understand that Mr. Abayeko is going for his second term, as it's enshrined in our constitution.
He advised them to diversify and invest in Ekpe, as the development of the town is non-stop.
It's with great pleasure that I come to your program this evening, and we had some kind of reception for some of your members on Thursday evening. They visited me at the palace, and we had some fruitful discussions, out of which it has to do with diversification of your advertising business into other things, for which I made a passionate appeal that Ekpe Division is a place to come for your investments.
Oba Ogunsanwo concluded his speech by appreciating everyone for the opportunity given for this year's meeting to be held in Ekpe.
I welcome you all to a marvelous night, and I want to say thank you once again for making Ekpe the place or the venue for this 49th annual general meeting, and for honoring me with the opportunity to stand here in front of you and behold the hardworking and talented men and women who are making Nigeria the face of a blazing marketing trend in Africa.
Lifetime Achievement Awards were given out to old members of the association for their dedication to the association and to the advertising industry over the years. A live band entertained members of the association with songs as they all celebrated the success of this year's meeting. Some special guests, members of the association, as well as students from the Lagos State University, had some things to say about this year's annual meeting. They shared their opinions about the New World technology and how best the advertising industry can stay relevant with the use of digital technology in advertisement.
I believe technology is going to give all our imaginations bigger wings to fly. Technology is, of course, is going to be disrupting a whole lot of stuff, but there's also a whole lot of merit and advantage to it. So we're looking forward to taking on all of the opportunities and the goodness that technology brings. Definitely, what you can see is that even the way we take on the way we handle the client's business and how we even work on a day-to-day has been affected. Back in the days, it used to be you needed a brick and mortar office and you bring all of your staff there. But now, remote work is the thing. And thanks to technology, you can be having meeting with colleagues who are in Brussels or who are in London. It doesn't really matter. Distance has been totally blown away to nothing because of the power of technology. Also now, the kind of talent you use, normally they are fixed talents fixed in your office, but now you can use any talent from across the world.
AAN, as you will see, is 49 years old right now. These are 49th AGM. Over the years, the association has stood up for members. The association have seen to the welfare of members. Association has a constitution that regulates and guides the practice of the profession in Nigeria. The association also usually involves in training and retraining members so that they can better, operate in Nigeria. The association has stood in for members when it comes to legal areas in the country. The association has also helped members in businesses. You can hear what is going on here this morning. It's about technology, the new world order. How is it going to impact on our businesses? We do these kind of things through conferences, through seminars, so that our members are up to date in their businesses. The association has some institutions resolve disputes between members and their clients. The association has also helped in settling debt situations. The association has represented members in government, So in so many ways, the association has, helped members.
It's an association of advertising agencies, and they have been doing very well. Especially in this democratic dispensation, all parties want to be seen, all blue chip companies want to be seen, all service providers and product advertisers want to be seen, and they are bridging that gap. You hit at the, you go carry a bowl of fufu and go around the community to say, I know I have this, I have that. Well, how do you reach 20 billion people doing that? So That is the gap they are bridging. Okay. Let me not speak for AAAN because I'm not a member. But if it is for the society, I must tell you that it has generated job. It has improved aesthetics. It has helped people to reach a wide range of products and services that hitherto are not known to them. So, looking at it globally, it is it's a good omen for the society.
The theme of today's session is technology and the role it plays in terms of the advertising sector. And technology really is an enabler of business. And in Nigeria, the impact of social media, mobile computing, internet, and hardware devices have made technology to be a factor that leads to increased efficiency, reduction of cost, allows us to do things faster, cheaper, and also has led to empowerment of people so that people can now consume information and can do much more for less. All right, so the impact of technology is transformational. If you look at the way technology has evolved, the first generation of technology in the 18th century were based on mechanical devices, and they allow us to do things faster than using our bare hands. So think about this. In the past, farmers would use hoes and cutlasses, but with mechanical devices, they started to use machines and tillers. Then in the 19th century, we moved to electrical devices. And so that's when you could use a radio, you could use a television as medium of communication, much more faster than you write a letter. Letter is posting, but with radio, with TV, you could communicate directly. And then the 20th century was the internet technology. And instead of using radio or TV, you can now use email. And email is almost instantaneous.
A lot of impartation. This organization really impart on every members that are here present on business matters. Most especially how to start from the scale preference and the large scale business. I appreciate the organization president and the rest of the members of this association. I've given a lot of kudos to the president of the organization because when I get to the chairman, I will tell the chairman how I impacted in this organization. And I will be able to tell most of our people in our community how to start business. In the first instance, I am a business education student. When I get to this place, I impact a lot of knowledge in which I am ready to give to the people in our community.
Association of Advertising Agencies, AAAN, like we call it, is an umbrella body that regulates the business and practice of advertising in Nigeria. We have over 80 plus agencies within our association. We have different members, creative agencies, and we're under the regulator, which is APCON. Our main vision is to ensure that we have marketing communication that is growing and thriving, and also able to ensure that the quality of the creatives and ads that comes out are very, very good.
The new world technology as a game changer, because the world we have now, if you want to benefit from it, if you want to pitch yourself, if you want to outstand in it, you have to make use of technology. Like you have to sell yourself out, you have to let people know what you're selling, you have to create the relationship between the buyer and the seller with the technology.
Well, I've learned a lot, but then the only thing I would like to pinpoint is that if you want to advertise for today's consumer, you'll have to work on the technology that people use today. And then if you want to advertise for the future consumers, then you have to maybe wait for the future technology so it will work in line with the whole thing.
AAAN is the association that brings together all advertising agencies in Nigeria, and they're having their AGM starting from today, and that's why we're here. I think generally what they're talking about is the impact of technology, and it's not just media. It's in media, is in delivery to media, is in accountability for audience, and the entire marketing frame. And that is what some of the things that they've spoken about today.
As the discussions have gone on, there's been a lot of disruption in the advertising agency, and I like to focus mainly on the remote working. So what you find out that these days people want to stay back home and work. Sometimes it really doesn't work in terms of the fact that you have a lot of younger people working with you, and some of them do not have the kind of responsibility you would expect. But again, the fact is that we can't run away from the obvious fact that technology has come and remote working is a thing we need to consider. So you see people now looking at hybrid way of communicating or of working. There are the pros and the cons, but it's a fact of life. We have to survive moving forward. So it's about adapting to the situation and seeing what works best for each person.
It's been a major transformation. Nigeria should try to catch up, and it's a new normal everybody should keen into. In fact, as discussed today, the older ones are feeling disenfranchised and they're feeling discouraged because they are not able to make up with the speed. But whether we like it or not, that is the way to go. And so, technologically, whatever we are doing in this business, we must try to make sure that we are deploying newest technology.
Given the fallout of the conference that just happened, the bottom line we cannot run away from is that technology is here to stay. And the earlier we embrace it for whatever we're doing, especially in the advertising industry, the better for everybody. And if you check the tables, you discover that the way advertising was done 20 years ago, 10 years ago, 5 years ago, and presently, technology has really played a lot, not only in the transformation, but in the evolution of what advertising is today. And a lot of the tools that are online now, digital and the likes, you discover that technology is key. And if you want to advance in whatever field you're doing, especially in our industry, you better embrace technology or you die.
Well, I think that it's obvious to all that technology is a game changer and it's come to stay. So I think my advice will be everybody should lash into it and then get hooked with it, because this is a new things are changing. The world is revolving. So you just have to move with the change or else you're out of the game. So keep the game going, get involved, go digital, basically. That's what I will say.
Jubilee is a wonderful association of people who support, create brands in this country. And as you know, this is our 49th year. We started as AAAPN, which is Association of Advertising Practitioners of Nigeria, before we became Association of Advertising Agencies. So it's a dynamic organization and which we're all proud of. Positively, absolutely. It's something we need to be abreast of technology. We need to keep learning because technology keeps evolving. We all know that it's a continuum, like the chairman said at the end of it. We mustn't be afraid of it. We must be at the cusp of it to use it to better advise our clients and make our businesses better. But it's a country that we must use different parts of the technology that we're aware of, and we must keep learning and also inventing part of it.
Just
It was such a wonderful experience at the 49th General Meeting of the Association of Advertising Agency in Nigeria, and a lot of things were said about the impact and implications of the advancement of technology. And I hope you take advantage of the changes in technology. This is a call blog reporting. Kindly follow us across all our social media platforms, and please do not forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Once again, I am Chika Egu. Thanks for watching.